Well, my wife made me not to dance. She said, don't do it. You'll embarrass yourself tremendously. She knows how I dance. How many recognize what this is up on the screen? Just curious, raise your hand. I did this poll in our office on Monday morning. It's a real interesting dividing line. Everybody knew what it was, but there was a certain age, most people didn't know what the name of it was. It's a Tinker Toys. And little did I know this toy probably influenced what I was going to do the rest of my life. I loved these as a kid. Put them together, you tear them apart, put them together, always something new. That nickname for it was the Wonder Toy. So for me, being a builder, it's just natural. I put things together, I tear them apart, I love it. This is what I do for a living. But for an entrepreneur in this room, this may also be a good image of the entrepreneur's mind. You have all these things going through your head, and all these thoughts and things that you need to put in the right place and the right thing to get everything working together. I use this illustration of the red may be the legal, the blue may be the accounting, the yellow may be the marketing. All these things have to be together. And I want to say it this: Jacob, John, Trish, everybody in the E2E program has done a phenomenal job to help me, to help our other cohorts to bring this to make sense of our business model. So with that said, let me tell you a little bit about me. After 33 years in the construction industry, I founded True Building. This was in 2010, and at that time it was more out of a need than a desire. The company I was working for sold, and many of you may know 2010 wasn't the best year to be doing construction jobs. But we've been very blessed. It's been very good. We've been able to do commercial, residential, remodel, and continue to grow these things, which was this last year even has been an amazing year for us. We we're finalists with the Business Journal, Best in Business, and we're also finalists with the Chamber of Commerce Small Business Awards. So we're kind of riding on a high, but we had one major problem. We had an identity crisis. Even with what I've told you so far, and what you've seen on the pictures, if I was going to ask you what we do, you'd say, they're a builder. They build some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, they're a good builder. But you know what? I want to take the next 5 minutes and tell you how we're a little bit different. Right here, this is a monumental day for us. We have been working on a rebranding. So right here, this very day, I get to announce to you the new True Building. Construction innovation, build smarter, live better. This is our core value. This is our brand. Why do we need to rebrand? Well, because we do commercial, residential, and remodel, this allows us to bring autonomy to each division of the company. Within those divisions, I lead the commercial division. Tyler Flynn over here leads our residential division, and then Dave Rader back here leads our remodel division. Each one of these divisions of the company mirror our core values, and that's to use the latest in building technology to build smarter so our customers can live better. Doesn't matter if it's commercial, residential, or remodel. So, what's some of the problems that we have with our buildings today? Why do we need to build smarter? I hear a lot of people complain about rising costs of energy, and really with good reason. From 2009 to 2015, in Wichita, we experienced a 47% increase in our utility costs. At the same time, the average wage went up less than 10%. That's not a good trend for us math people out there. We need to change that. Why else do we need to build smarter? We're a more educated consumer. Before I go out shopping, or sometimes while I'm shopping, I'm pulling up my phone and taking a look at something, seeing how the ratings are on that product, before I ever make a decision to buy it. We do that with major purchases, definitely. Say, for example, you buy a car. You go out here and you look at all the cars, you breathe out, I don't want this kind, I want this kind, I want a small SUV. After we narrow it down, quite oftentimes, we look at the sticker. This sticker tells us how this car performs, and it falls in the whole category of that car. We do the same thing with appliances. With appliances, whether it's a refrigerator, a washing machine, a water heater, we're used to seeing these energy guide stickers. And they help us be a smarter consumer. We make better decisions knowing how that appliance is going to perform. The largest purchase as a consumer that we usually ever make is our home. But very rarely, especially in this part of the country, we don't have any guide to go by. So we go by the neighborhood, we go by The floor plan, these are how we make these major decisions that are going to affect us the rest of our lives. Well, to build smarter, we joined forces with the U.S. Department of Energy on their Zero Energy Ready Home program. This means our homes that we build operate at 50% or less than a standard new construction home. These are third-party certified. It's not just me saying some words. So how do I relay that to you, the consumer? They have a HERS index on it. This is a nationally recognized rating scale that's set up that tells you this particular home, as a matter of fact, this particular home was designed for a lot in Durban. We have the third-party rater come in. They tell us how it will perform based on the positioning, the sun, the windows, the construction method, the appliances, all these things. This home had a rating of 54. So with that scale, what that tells you is that at 54, it operates at 46% less than any other new home out there, or average new home out there. It also tells you that it operates at 76% less than the average resale home out there on the market. This makes us a smarter consumer. That's what we mean by build smart. We also, in 2014, started working with Passive House US, Passive House Institute. This is an internationally recognized program that puts design criteria that is very strict, but it gives you even better performance measures than what a net zero program has. With this, I became a certified Passive House consultant in 2015, and I'm currently the only one in the state of Kansas that carries those credentials. We're also one of 5 partners with the Department of Energy on the Zero Energy Ready homes. So that is how we build different. Now, one thing I neglected to say, both those categories are not just for residential, they're for commercial buildings as well. They're also for retrofits as well. We can get these ratings based on that information. So what are the benefits? Healthier buildings. When we design a well-insulated, healthy building, we have to bring in fresh air continuously, 24 hours a day. Matter of fact, on a Passive House, you change it out every 4 hours. What's that mean? A much better indoor air quality. You can compare it in here. EPA says 60% of our illnesses come from a poor indoor air quality. Lower maintenance. Because the equipment doesn't run as often, it doesn't have to be changed out as often. It doesn't require near the service. And then because the building is so well insulated, the envelope is so well insulated, it also is more durable. In Kansas, we have extreme weather, hot and cold, expansion, contraction. In the building industry, that's a challenge. With these buildings, they are much more durable. But the number one benefit that you'll notice when you're in one of these buildings is they're comfortable. You don't have hot and cold spots. They're not drafty. They're extremely quiet. I encourage you, when you get a chance, look for the label, go in one of these buildings. So what do we mean? Build smarter, build better, live better? Excuse me. You've heard the phrase, beauty is only skin deep. I want to challenge you, as we say, beauty is beyond skin deep, a true building. We have opportunities as our company that we're looking for investors, not only locally, but regionally and nationally as we expand. In our commercial division, we're looking at the first Passive House commercial project to be built in Wichita. This is actually in a lot. We've got the lot, the location, the site plan. We're ready to go on. We even have one potential tenant. In our residential side, we're looking for somebody to join partners with us as land partners, equity partners in a development. Our best way to bring this product to market is to do a whole community, a zero energy home community. In our remodel division, we are equipping David with all the tools in the remodel end, such as thermal imaging cameras, equipment that monitors electrical usage on all appliances and lights that can be installed, can give us more knowledge. Therefore, we can give you the right recommendations to improve the building you're in, whether it's commercial or residential. And last but not least is our communities. We are currently looking at 2 mixed-use communities that are live, work, play environment. All zero energy. All my coffee shops here, my house is here, I'm signing up. So with that said, whoa, sorry about that. With that said, we are a diverse company, but we're a very focused company. Focused on giving our customers buildings that perform. So I'd love to visit with you afterwards. There's my contact information. I'll be around here the rest of the day. And guys, thank you so much for your support of this day.